welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match of the day live stream match reaction Premier League Watchalong-ish thing. And as I say, we are after the international break and doing the Arsenal Watchalong earlier. We are now properly back after the international break. Got one more bloody thing this year. Nothing till March, but another one. I hate international break. I'm sorry, I just hate international break. I'm thankful Premier League's back. Oh dear, but there's been most of the teams in the league have played today. All, I can remember, all goals involved. And a bit of drama, a bit of angst from me earlier, as you'll see, and I'll go over that later. But yeah, very exciting day, first day back in the Premier League, but especially if you're neutral, bloody hell. But yeah, considering I'm literally just watched the Rugby World Cup semi-final and it's still fresh, it's still raw. It's only been like 10 minutes since the whistle went full time in France, and to lose out by a point in the manner we did over the course of the game, for the majority of the game, we were the better team. We didn't deserve to lose. But the last 10 minutes, the last 15 minutes, the referee decided he wanted to help South Africa out in the old scrums and all that. And yeah, I mean, it helped them, got them that try and got them over the line, gave them what they needed. And yeah, they didn't give us enough time. They're making sure we didn't have enough time to sort of recover ourselves and get ourselves back in the lead. But it is what it is on that side of things. Considering we went into this World Cup literally with no form whatsoever, it is what it is. Tom was in the chat. How you doing, Tom? Can't believe it in the way they did. The ref didn't help things. For the last 15 minutes, as soon as we brought Sinclair on, the ref went bang. That's my way in to help South Africa here. And just constantly, every scrum, penalty, penalty South Africa, penalty South Africa, penalty South Africa. It's like, seriously? But the okay is what it is. I mean, as I say, going into this World Cup, we didn't go into the best form whatsoever. Let's be brutally honest. We were poor going into this World Cup form-wise. And we've got further, 2 rounds further than I thought we would. I thought going into this World Cup the way we've been playing, I thought we'd be lucky if we got out of the groups. But no, from the match day 1 onwards, by the way, we've now got to play the fucking same team again next week in the playoff for bronze medal. Pointless, but it is what it is. From the first game onwards, this World Cup, England have turned up and put their shift in, played to their strengths, and tonight we're unlucky. So unlucky. But as I say, it is what it is. It's 4 years' time now. We've now got 6 nations around the corner. We've got they gave everything in the last 15. Up to the last 15 minutes, it was in our hands, and we were in full control of that game. And then, as I say, Sinclair comes on, everything goes to shit. That's all I'm saying on that matter. But yeah, it is what it is. As I say, it allows us now in the next 4 years, and Steve Bothrick, the 4-year span he needs to build his actual team, his squad for the next World Cup. But it does mean we're not in terms, and he's got 4 years now to replace the likes of Courtney Laws, Otunji. I don't think we'll see Otunji in the next World Cup either. I've been brutally honest. It's because of the age side of things more so than anything. Don't even care. Get his replacement sorted out because this was his last World Cup. He's 38 years old. So yeah, it's just now getting the rebuild, scrapping out the old guard and starting to rebuild and build ourselves up for 4 years' time in the next World Cup. And hopefully we get a lot of changes. But anyway, back to all this. Royston, we are the Arsenal. Yep. Yep. No thanks to the referees today. And Raya and Arteta. But his first game up is this game. In fact, first game in. Cool. That's nice and easy for me. Oh dear. Anyway, let's talk about more the football. Still, as I say, I'm gutted, but it is what it is. I won't be watching the England game next week. It's pointless. I don't like these third, fourth playoff games. Oh, who gets a bronze medal? Who's going to celebrate being second best loser? No. Say we win it anyway, but we get our heads down and go again, and Six Nations and start rebuilding on that side of things. But back to the football and get this one nice and early out of the way. Yeah, exactly. Don't agree with them. It's pointless. It's a pointless thing. It's effectively an He's not a friendly, but you know what I mean. It's just a pointless match in the end, just to see who comes third in a tournament. Like, seriously? And the thing is, if we'd held out tonight, being it would have been against the world champions, I would have had, I would have actually had belief in us beating New Zealand, because when it comes to World Cups in this century anyway, we do seem to have New Zealand's number. Whenever we play them in World Cups, we seem to do well. But it is what it is. It's going to be a repeat final '95, and it's boring, and one of them going to win their fourth World Cup. You do fucking do that. I mean, what's it again? They're showing this penalty again. It's like, I'm sorry, I still don't see how it's a penalty, because what is Saliba meant to do there? Unless I was just diving in the air now for balls with your arms to your side and all that. What's he to do? He's doing what is a natural movement. He didn't go. Balls come. He didn't go. The ball's been headed. Throw my arm out like that. He's going for the ball. He's been headed. He can't then move his arm down. Can't fucking win. Absolute stupidness. Royston Marshall says champions elect playing awfully, losing 2-0 away to local rivals with 30 minutes left. Always find a way to gain a point at least. Arsenal just did that. It's early doors. I wouldn't say champions elect just yet. It's early doors. But we're doing a complete opposite to what we did last season. I think Gary mentioned this earlier in the Watchalong. We're doing what basically Man City have been famed for doing for the last few years, that Man United used to do under the Ferguson era and all that. Start off a bit slow, sluggish, getting the results, but slow, sluggish, not really fluid at our best and all that. And then January, February, bang, boom, off we go. Bye, thank you very much. It seems like, as it stands, it seems like we're going down that route, but we'll judge it as we go along and all that. But we're getting the results. We're not playing the best so far this season. We're getting the results. I've seen the Motd goal again. Just on that as well. I know I said earlier, in terms of Raya playing one more game and then that's it. But you know what? I think even I've had a few hours to think about it, and you know what? Nah, I wouldn't bench him. Bench the fucker. I don't care what Teto's got to say. His form's not good enough. Any bit since he's played for us, he's played 3 big games, 2 of them at home and this one away. 3 big games against rivals. and he looks shaky in every single one, and he's in two of them he cost us points in terms of his own performance, individual performance, and he could have cost us against Man City if he weren't for a bit of luck in that day. On that day, just out of interest, are you getting YouTube shorts of Israel Burst? No, I'm not. No, I'm not that. No, that's no. Fucking hell. A complete contrast to my channel, but still. That's the same back in the day. I mean, I'm sorry. Everton. Oh, we look fantastic. Mate, it's fucking Everton, for fuck's sake. Seriously. You could have put Cole Hine in goal and he would have looked fantastic in that game against Everton. Let's be honest there. Any game that with opponents comes to turn up and provide a test to him, he goes missing. And he's had what, a month now, and things aren't improving. He's had 2 weeks off. I know he went on the international duty, but he didn't play a single minute. That speaks volumes itself. Yeah, he starts. I know Odgie Ramsdale wasn't available for today, but you know what? I'm sorry. Ramsdale needs to come back on Tuesday. Ramsdale back on Tuesday, and he gets a run now. Ray's had his chance, and there's more luck today than anything we didn't lose. It weren't because of him we got a result today. I say Man City on another day, we lose that because of him in the first half. I was behind that goal in the first half against Man City. There's Declan's goal. That's what I like about Declan though. When it was obviously he scores that goal, they're making 2-1. Instead of going running all over to the crowd and giving it a big, he's like, no, come on, let's get the ball back. Come on, centre circle, start again. Hey, don't want to keep going about the various situations, but I'm just saying I've had a bit of time to think. I've chosen mine. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him in an Arsenal shirt again now. He's had his chance. He's fluffed it. Ramsdale now deserves a chance to have his little his little battle back and go. You know what? You had your chance. Now I'm back. Try and get it off me now, motherfucker. Fantastic finish from Trossard, by the way. I said it early on in the last stream. Absolutely fantastic finish from Trossard. Great ball from Saka, but for Trossard's awareness and to run to that far post and knock it in like that with the outside of his boot. Again, he's our best finisher. He used all the fantastic players we have. He is hands down our best finisher compared to Eddie. Oh, that goes in. If that had gone in from Eddie, the euphoria you would have seen earlier on, and then now would have been mental. Mr. Bunga says, "What's cooking?" Pick up, Mr. Bunga. How are you doing, my friend? Oh, yeah. Just to finish up on that Ramsdale thing, as I said, I've been saying for weeks. I've been watching Ramsdale and I've seen nothing different. And if anything, when we're more on it, we're more vulnerable there in goal. And he's making, as I said earlier, he's making more mistakes in this month and a bit that he's had as number one at Arsenal. He's made more mistakes in that time than Ramsdale had in his entire time as the number one until a month ago. And none of this BS, he needs time to adapt on, I think. Because he's been playing Premier League football for Brentford for the last few years. He knows the league inside out. Also, it's a step up. It's not fucking. I'm sorry. Ramsdale came from Sheffield United. Bit of a step up there, with all due respect. No excuse. I'm not suffering any falls on this. Did he mean it? Yes. Asking Podge, did he mean it? Would you mean to have that shot? No, they're going, no. It's a complete fluke. Anyway, the keeper should have been. The people going, the keeper's on his line. The keeper's on his line, catches the fucking ball. He does his job. Let's see they focus on any of the main talking points in this game then. Oh, dear. All right. Fine, anyway. Right, let's get these scoreboards sorted as well. Right. Yeah, no nil-nils today. Yay. They weren't outstanding. Don't say they're outstanding. Yeah, they were 2-0, but it's more fluke than anything. Mason, by the way, in the analyzer, they've not mentioned the penalty situation. How it weren't so good for the first half, and then it came good in the end for Arsenal. And now it's on at Chelsea. They looked really good. Let's give them some props. Fuck off. So I'm just putting the other scoreboard ready for later. Just in case. Because there's so many goals in so many different games. You watch, you'll get an apology for that, by the way. Because now they're saying we should have had a penalty. Fucking hell. What Guy mentioned earlier in terms of the Sancho punching the air and taking out fucking Jesus. How VAR don't check that, looking back at it now, how they didn't look at that and go, you know what, that's a pen, that's reckless. He's took his player safety as well. It's beyond me. Absolute joke. No, of course not. Well done, Matt. Well done, Gary, Alan, and Mika. Well done. Cool. So you just showed your true value in terms of you touched on a potential penalty that could have been, but you didn't touch on the penalty that was given. And your thoughts on that, especially Gary was so vocal online about it. Absolute joke. Absolute joke. I've got Newcastle versus Palace. I think it's 4-0 this one. Yeah. That's it. There we go. Oh my god, what a fluky fucking goal, for fuck's sake. What a fluky goal from Jacob Murphy. Oh, the flag gone up. Oh, thought he had a good first goal anyway. Let's have a look in the replay. Ball played. I think he's on. Good finish though. I think he's on. Trippier's on there. Yeah. Good finish. What was Saliba supposed to be? Exactly. But I'm expecting matches like Gary Lineker, because of how vocal Gary Lineker was on his social media during the game earlier on that situation of the penalty that was given against Saliba. Because you know how vocal he was, I would have thought he'd bring that up tonight. No. Analysed the Arsenal's first half and how it weren't working for us in the second half. After a few subs, it took change the game and we've got back in. We've got found a way back into it. How good for Mikovic is saying Chelsea looked phenomenal. They didn't. We just didn't turn up properly. To be brutally honest. And thirdly, should Arsenal have had a penalty? Yes. In terms of Sanchez taking out Jesus, but not a mention of the penalty that was given. What do you expect from an ex-Scunner? Oh, fuck the badges, yeah. Oh dear. The bar has. That's it. Bloody hell. The bar I was at were very happy with the comeback, unconvicted on the result. Good comeback, but Chelsea were not good. Oh, Chelsea, what? That's what I'm saying. Mickey Richard talking, oh, fantastic Chelsea. No. They were shit. They did exactly what I thought they would do in terms of when they went 1-0 up. They did exactly what I thought they would do. Sit back and protect what they had and try and do us an account now. Then they got a fluky second goal. No matter what my criticisms of the goalkeeper and Ben White are in that instance, mainly Raya, but anyway, it's a fluky goal. They're 2-0 up at home and they threw away 2-0 lead. And they almost lost it. But Eddie had been more. If any other striker had that shot that Eddie had, that's 3-2 to Arsenal. We win that 3-2. Anthony Gordon did Anthony Gordon things. Palace is just happy being mid-table. So as long as they're in the league, they're happy being mid-table. But fucking the occasional battering here, there, and everywhere. What was I saying? So in terms of the comeback, from a character perspective, happy in that sense. Our team didn't give up completely, and they actually fought to the bitter end. They could have won it in the end, but it is what it is, sort of thing. But as a whole, we need to do better. There's no if, buts, and maybes. We cannot be playing like that. I know Sheffield United in next Saturday, 3:00 kickoff. But the following week, we're away to Newcastle at St James's Park here. We can't. We saw a couple of years ago, not last season, the season before. If we play like we did tonight for the majority of the game, but at St James's Park, we will get punished by Newcastle, and there will not be a way of coming back into it because Newcastle aren't what Chelsea are at the moment. Look at this! Oh my god! Look at this! So easy. That is just so easy for Newcastle to do that. Go on the attack there. Stefan, Sheffield United are at home, and let's be honest, they're at home, nothing to lose, and after recent results and performances recently with Sheffield, since they played Tottenham away, and they got found out in the end and lost that one. They've had to step up and get performance in tonight, and for the majority they did. But as soon as legs started tiring, they said, "Yeah, we knew it was coming anyway. What was going to come in that game?" Game it's all well and good, but they're at home as well with their home crowd. Whereas next week they're going to be outnumbered at our gaff. It's not going to be so. They can't feed off the fan, their fans basically, the atmosphere. That makes sense because that seems to be their thing, feeding off the atmosphere and trying to, especially in the games when they're not expected to do anything. I do reckon we're going to see a couple sackings this week, by the way, from Monday onwards, if not tomorrow. Just because we're now 8-9 games into the season and certain teams haven't even got a win yet. Look, it is what it is. But like I say, you talk about May not a crap anyway as well. They're no better than, in terms of this season, they're no better than Chelsea. So it is. I'm going to go back to Man City. Oh, they're Man City. They're at home against Man City, whereas they're going to be away to us. If we can't win, if Arsenal cannot win at home at the Emirates against Sheffield United comfortably, we need to ask questions of ourselves. With a clean sheet, we need to ask questions then. Oh dear. Why does he put himself through this for? I don't get him. I really don't get him. Yeah, you can say he loves the game and all that, but he's done his time in his career. He needs to go enjoy your retirement, mate. Yeah, you saved Palace again last season, but just go back and enjoy your retirement. And Palace need to move on as well. It's just that boring team. As I say, they're just a boring team that are happy to be mid-table. As long as they're not fighting for survival, they're happy to be in and around mid-table outside of Europe. Not even contesting for European spots now. When you consider there's like eight European spots up for grabs. 7 European spots up for grabs. Sorry, they don't even want to contest for them either. It's just they're just happy being middle of the road. They'll take the odd batter in here and then every now and then, as long as they're safe and around mid-table. It's boring and pathetic. Bronco says, "Don't see any sacking just yet. If you're going to sack a manager during international, if you're going to sack a manager, Spain would be ideal. You'd think, but I'm just saying. Obviously, we're now going back. There's results today that have compounded into the misery of certain managers and teams where they've not won a game at all this season, or it's just not worked for them, and it's still not working. It's just something not right." And well, as I say, we're match day 8 or 9. It gets to a point where, do you really want to get into a scrap for relegation, or do you want to give yourself a fighting chance of being out of the relegation scrap as soon as you can? I watched a couple of United channels. I'm getting the impression Pig thinks I am trolling him. Took his time for an intelligent bloke. Sheffield United gaffer would be my prediction, especially if Arsenal slap him next week. And I think in terms of Sheffield United, because they gave a fight tonight, even though they didn't get the result they were after in one way or the other, because they show some fight, they'll get next week. But coming to the M, so I say coming to the M, going away against one of the big guns is going to be a completely different matter, especially against a team challenging for the title. And yeah, as you say, if we get slapped, I think he'll be gone next week. But I think the Bournemouth manager could be in trouble this week. Yeah, I think he's the main candidate this week because they haven't won a game all season. They made such a big deal out of sacking the previous manager back in the last season, basically in the last season when they brought this new guy in. They made such a big deal out of it and really vamped it up. Like reason why they're bringing him in, they're not getting any results. They're not getting results. The majority of the results this season have been defeats. I think they've got a couple of draws or something like that, but mainly they've lost, and they haven't won. Like I say, they haven't won a single game. And I think that's going to start grinding on the owners now. I think Sheffield are making up the numbers. I think Luton are making up the numbers as well. I know they got a result, so they're not probably not the result, but everyone wants a win. Spoilers, but they got a result in the end. Difficult to establish a permanent spot in the Premier, especially again, yeah. As you say, that's concern for Ipswich. I mean, Ipswich will be different because obviously it's been so long for you. You won't be expected to stay up. With all due respect, you'll be expected to be the whipping boys of the league, sort of thing. Like you probably were this season for the Championship. You weren't expected not be the whipping boys, but you weren't expected to do this start off this well. But it's when you come up, how you invest the money. The money you get from coming up, it's how you invest it in your squad. And having the right setup in terms of behind the scenes with the manager, the coaches, and just the everyday facilities and this, that, and the other. It's all about everything adds up in the day. And I think if Ipswich was come up this season, for next season, I think the feel good factor around your club. I think your players would feed off that, and actually you'd get decent results next season. I think you'd be fine. I would think what's to say. I think you'd actually be fine in terms of staying up. Because it's gone from League One to Championship and Premier League, got bang, 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 and it's just, as I say, be a bit of a feel good factor. It's just like, for example, when Brentford came up, even though they took a bit longer to get there, there's such a feel good factor around the club because it'd been like promoted from League One to the Championship, a couple of times flirting, but missed out just. Ash Young's a twat. But you want to book him, what are you doing? Idiot. What an idiot. But as I was saying, yeah. As I say about Brentford when they in their last season at the old stage, and they just missed out on promotion, and then obviously their first full season at the new stadium was behind closed doors, but they got up in the end via I think was it automatic or playoff? I can't remember now. Playoffs, sorry, via the playoffs, but because they pretty much had the whole season no fans in their stadium. They came up, and obviously fans were then allowed back in. And their second season? What was basically their second season in the new stadium was more of a first season, if it makes sense. It was like the previous season hadn't happened because the fans were back in and it was raucous, it was upbeat, the atmosphere, and the fans were up for it and pumped for it from the get go, as we found out. But they fed off that and they played some fantastic football as well, and they rode that wave all along the way. And I think, as you mentioned there, Portland Road is a decent ground, and it'll be a great atmosphere. If they were to come up, that would be a good place to go, a good place to be at if you're an Ipswich player. But if you're around the mid tables and you're around mid table and you're or scrapping for survival, the one place you don't want to be going is somewhere like Portland Park, where it's going to be Portland Road, sorry, where it's going to be loud, so to say, from start to finish, no matter who the opponent is, and even the big guns, it'll be, especially in the early. If you get a couple of the big guns in the early weeks, you can make that place hostile straight from the off. Jesus Christ, they won't want to. We've seen it, especially with Sheffield United a few weeks ago against Man City at Sheffield. There was a plan, the atmosphere, and the players fed off that, and they script and scrapped. They didn't get the result in the end, but they gave something. They gave something the fans to sort of go, okay, cool. Only difference is Sheffield United or Sheffield United, but yeah. Draw, disappointed, 2 points dropped. Right. If we'd been 2-0 up and it finished 2-2, yes, it's 2 points dropped. That's clear. The fact we came from 2-0 down to draw 2-2 and all, technically, we had 2-2, we could have gone on to win it if Eddie was more clinical. And with his chance at the end there. But it's not a point in the instance of, in the circumstances of how we got the points tonight, Luca, it's not points dropped. It's a point gained in the situation we put ourselves in. The situation we found ourselves, I don't even put ourselves in, we found ourselves in because of a dodgy call from the VAR officials and the referee in with the penalty against Saliba. That everyone's saying, but most of the people were saying wasn't a penalty. Go on social media. Gary Lineker called it out when it all happened. And then the freak goal they scored at the start of the second half as well. It was a freak/fluke goal. No matter what my criticisms are towards Ben White and his defensive attributes there in that moment, or there you go, finish game over. Everyone was just crap. Let's be honest. I know they're down at 10 men today, but they're just crap. What was I saying? And then obviously my criticism was David Raya as well in terms of his position in that goal and all that as well. For all that, it was a fluke goal. Let's not get it twisted. But we made some subs, gathered ourselves, and we went again. And we didn't give up. Declan scored the goal, got us back into it, and we pushed on then. Yeah, exactly, Bronco. He didn't win. It wasn't a shot. It's a cross that he mishit. Yes, it ended up in our goal because Raya's off his line. If Raya's on his line, he catches that. He's like, okay, cool, we go. Nothing said of it, but hey, it's what it is on that. But as I say, all the criticisms I've given Ray, and if you watched the stream, Luca, earlier on when it all happened, I went in on Luca. I went in on Raya and Mikel and the goalkeeping coach, and that whole situation that's been built up because of a goalkeeping coach. I've gone for all that. I still have to give our team props because they dug deep. They kept going, made a few subs as I mentioned, kept going, got a goal, and then that goal perked us up, and their heads dropped. Look, watch them. Watch how Chelsea's performance changed when we pulled it back to 2-1 for the rest of the game. And the second we scored the 2-1 goal, Declan's goal, because if anyone's going to win that game in the end, it was going to be us. We just got a bit unlucky in the end, but it is what it is. It's not, again, I'd understand your point if we were winning 2-0 and put it back to 2-2. Then I can understand your point. But I wouldn't say, in the circumstances of what happened tonight, I wouldn't say it's dropped. Gained, not dropped. Sorry, I will take the table. That'd be fantastic for your first season and over how many years since you last in the Premier League and back in 2002. That'd be a fantastic comeback. First season back and all that after all them years, and just to settle yourselves down and re-establish yourself as to get a get mid-table, you take that. Obviously, as I say, you'll take that all day long, and you build from that. And again, I'm not just saying this. It feels like the club now are going in the right direction. They've the owner and everything upstairs as well. They've got their heads at the backsides, and everyone at Ipswich is going in that same direction. They're all pulling in the same direction as one. I honestly think, obviously, if you did come up, you stayed up. You got mid-table or whatever. You stayed up, got mid-table or whatever. Second season, you'd kick on from that. You'd want look to improve. You're not going to do a pass and go, well, that's okay. We'll get mid-table. Okay, we'll be mid-table. You want to push on. Pardon me. Sheffield United and Bournemouth are probably the candidates. I don't see any other teams in the table making changes. Would be wrong though. Absolutely shit or get off the pot moment for relegation. But it's panic as well because of the money that's involved in staying up in this league. That plays a massive influence in why we get so many sackings every season from them sort of clubs. It's not hostile ground, to be honest. Well, I'm not saying hostile, but you'd make it a raucous atmosphere. Too many grannies at Portman Drive. But I'm saying, if you came up, my God, that place would be electric. Because of how long it's been for you guys, it'd be an absolute electric. It'd be electric, and when the big boys come to town, it would be even more raucous in that sense, if that makes sense. My thoughts on the top 6 games are win games at home, get draws on the road at minimum. Yes. What's with Tottenham aside? You want to class them as a top 6 side? Chelsea, yeah, exactly. That's my point. That's what I was obviously referring to what I was saying before about not really points drop because the second we scored Declan scored his goal, there was only one team going to win this. It was going to win. If there's going to be a win in that game, there was only going to be one. There's only been Arsenal winning it basically. Chelsea's just capitulated. Most fans had rice kits at the bar. Fair play. I need a rice kit. I think get your long sleeve one, long sleeve home one. Get Declan printed on it and all that jazz. Oh dear. Have you actually got any of this out of interest, BX? Have you actually got any of the shirts this season? Like this one, the green one or the yellow one? They raffled off 3 today for chat. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I wonder who. Probably, if you guys come back up, it'll probably come back for you. There is a feel good factor. The last 10 years have been a nightmare. Exactly. And since you got, and obviously, as I say, since you, that's it. Obviously, got to check Man City, by the way. Oh, fuck's sake. But Brighton, it's a typical Brighton, isn't it? It's typical Brighton. Don't even try to put on a performance against fucking Man City away from home. At the Amex, they'll try their best. They'll do their best to try and all that. But away from home, they never fucking try. I mean, look at that. Fucking what is that defending? The long sleeve home kit sleeves bit odd to me, but the yellow long sleeve is clutch. I haven't seen the yellow in the long sleeves yet. I haven't actually probably looked at it. That makes sense. One sec. I think I'm gonna get 2 women's away kits for the wife and daughter for Christmas. When you say the women's away kit, you mean the one the girls are wearing tomorrow? The what's it called? Stella McCartney Adidas kit, basically the purple violet, whatever you call it, thing. I'd rather. Oh dear, that Kai Havertz kit, his long sleeve. I just have massive arms. I've not seen any work. Yeah, that's the one, the Stone Garden one. Oh, that's cool. Got to say, did when the girls were working against United the other week, did look good actually on the TV. Didn't look like it does on the actual imagery side of things. But yeah, but yeah, BX, if you haven't got any of the shirts yet, let me know if you're after one. Oh dear. We'll chat offline on that side of things. Yeah. Kai would wear long sleeve tops, but the club prevents them from wearing it. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know. They make a point of selling the long sleeve to the fans and all that, but they, as I say, I can't remember that. I actually genuinely can't remember the last time I watched an Arsenal game, home or away or whatever, and so that's it. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, as I say, I can't remember the last time I actually watched an Arsenal home or away game where Arsenal actually wearing actual long sleeve shirts. It's been that long, I can't remember. I think the long sleeves would look good on the players though. But hey, what do I know? Oh, fluky goal. Okay, that's more luck than anything that fell to Ansu Fati there, to Brighton. Akanji giving the ball away there. Short sleeves are cheaper to replicate, yeah. As I say, I haven't the great football shirt. Those are probably the class back that wear long. So I can't remember. It probably was a Puma era. Some point in that monstrosity of a Puma deal that we had with them. Red card for Akanji. So this is interesting. So this is trying again the new sort of rules now. 2 years in a red is a one game ban, isn't it? Whereas a straight red is three, obviously 3 games. For the first offence. Right, first time to do that anyway. Oh dear. Next, Bayern, Real Madrid, and United all have players that wear long sleeve versions on the field. Yeah, I don't like seeing that. But in the winter, especially in the winter, that's the whole point of the long sleeve. Especially in the winter, we used to be at Arsenal. The captain would decide in the winter, or it's bad weather in the spring. So that's start the season whether it's bad weather or not. Bit of a chilly night, whatever. But the captain would have the casting vote in terms of if the teams would wear long sleeve or short sleeve for every game, home or away. I don't know why we stopped doing that. Especially in the winter period, like the long sleeve would look the dog's bollocks on this team this season. Nothing colder than, ironically, than seeing players actually wear long sleeve shirts instead of short sleeve shirts, but with base layers. And the best thing about the red card today, they can't appeal it either. The three stripes running down the sleeves is so iconic. Yep. Puma was trash. I agree. Puma. Again, most of you guys are. I don't know, Bronco. How long if you've been around long enough to hear my rants about Puma kits, even though I've got a couple of them, just because, obviously. But I just didn't like them. They're just from the get go. I mean, the first lot of Puma kits, the 14-15 season, they look cheap, cheerful. The material looks cheap and cheerful. The badge was like this, but looked cheap and cheerful. And it just after a couple of washes, the colour would fade off it, but the central colours of the badge. So that would be like, as I say, like a transfer stick on. It wouldn't be an option of stick on the player version or what. They didn't initially did player version. It was just like replicas, but all had this. But after a while, the colour for the gold and especially the two shades of red, it would fade and the colour so quickly. It's just, and again, as I say, the materials just look cheap and cheerful. And the designs are fucking awful as well. Most of them, the designs are fucking woeful. It's just too out there. Like, it didn't scream Arsenal at all. Even the home shirts I didn't like. And you'd think after the first season, when there was the shirts, as I say, looked cheap and cheerful, but even the players complained about how tight they were on them, literally showing all their abs and all that pretty much every game. No real room to breathe, and it was. You think they'd listen? They just kept making it tighter and tighter. It was just ridiculous. I'm a men's large, and the Adidas, not Adidas, the Puma men's larges were like you literally. It's like squeezing every orifice up in his torso. It's ridiculous. Oh dear, but an Adidas men's large or Nike larges, they're loose and they're not like skin tight, like gonna choke you basically. If you say so, Tom. If you say so. You have to hang dry kits. Adidas have been excellent, and not just in fitting, but in design as well. Just so much better than what we got given up with Puma. So I've got a couple of shirts, but fucking woeful. Right, here you go. Here comes the next one. I didn't get this scoreboard already, did I? No. Sheffield United versus. Sheffield. I can't fucking put stuff on Sheffield now. Jesus Christ. Please put it on there. It is what it is. I've definitely spelled that wrong, but anyway. I always do it like that. It's easier. Less stress. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. I'm a men's large. For the most of the stuff I wear, I'm a men's large. But Puma, yeah, you say it's way too tight, uncomfortable to wear. Even casual day to day. Bloody hell, no, Jesus Christ. Fucking Johnny Evans just got Johnny Evans has just got on and out of trouble there. You can't do the basic saves without making a drama out of it. Yeah, behave yourself, Tom. Get both embroidered with embroidered badges. Yeah, I prefer. I honestly, I prefer the embroidered badges and all that. But hey, since Puma basically just like the second year or third year into the Puma deal, I think it was second year into the Puma deal. 15-16 season. Since the 15-16 season, they decided to they wanted to make and sell player versions of the home aways and the third kits to sell to the public. That's extortion rates, by the way. But since they decided to go down that route, the player ones always come with this instead of it all being embroidered and all that. No, 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 no. It must be like this. It's like, are the players really that concerned about an embroidered badge? Never used to be. Back in the day, 20 odd years ago. Just about. Jesus. That was more luck than anything then, because to be fair to Onana, he dived the right way for that penalty, but he just didn't get across quick enough to stop it hitting the post and going in. Jesus. Yeah, I would. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Sorry. When Adidas took over, I was hoping they'd stop this. They'd put an end to this for this, like selling the player, like making player versions unique to players only, and then selling them to the public and all that. Just go back to what it used to be. Like, go back to what it used to be. Designing and making a kit that not just the players are wearing, but the fans wear as well. None of this replica bullshit, or replica of what the players wear, this, that, and the other. Just no. But nope. They've jumped on the bandwagon as well, and everyone else does it. All the other sponsorships do it now. Just like, seriously. It does them in the leg for it as well. And now the thing is, to justify selling these days as well, at the prices they sell them at, um, they've they, year by year now they're upping the price of the replica to make it. And the replica is, well, to say it's a replica. It's a cheaper looking version in certain parts of the shirts. They use different materials or certain parts of the shirt, whatever. Um, but at the price, and then justify why this is so high. Well, because it's so close in pricing, they then hope everyone will jump on the bandwagon of going, "Oh, fuck it, for a few extra quid, I'll buy the player version." It's ridiculous. I'm lucky enough to have been in a position where, obviously, with the help of PayPal as well, paying like doing PayPal paying free as well. But I'm lucky enough to be able to even do that basically to get the shirts that I've got. Saying that, then this is the original one. Yeah, so this one ended up getting for nothing in the end because this is the one where they fucked up with the unbeaten record on the side and all that. This is the one. This one in particular they fucked up on. So I ended up getting this for nothing in the end. Get my money back on this. Um, and then my goalkeeping top, the goldie top that you see me wear every now and then, the black one. I got me money because I ordered one. It arrived damaged and all that. I sent it back. Got my money back for that, but then I got my money back for that, but then they still sent out a new shirt for that. So I was like, okay, whatever. But so I ended up getting that for nothing as well. And then obviously the ones I've paid for is the green one, most recently. and one over there, the one I got in the sun, what the men's away one. But again, it's only because obviously paying for in the fact that I've got old school rugby kits, much better value for money, embroidered. But I've still got. It still fits me to this day. Actually, it's a men's medium. Even though I say I'm a men's large, but that's to say most of the stuff I wear, most of the stuff I have is a men's large. Is a men's large. I've been that for years. But this, I've still got a cotton, old school cotton made as well. Long sleeve as well. I think I've worn it a couple of times on here before, but long sleeved collar, the old school collar as well, and button up and all that. England rugby top from 2002. I can't think now. How long we had that one version for? 2000. I think it was 2001 to 2004. We had this particular shirt, and I've still got it in the men meet. It still fits me. And but yeah, the old like Nike badge there, and embroidered England Rose O2 printed on, and then I see mainly white, but red bits of red down the sides, and the collar, little bits of red trim on the collar near the collar. I prefer it when I get a rugby. I do get rugby tops. Preferably, I do like the old school cotton, like the cotton ones, especially we're going into winter as well. We can just a bit of because of how thick the material of cotton is, chug it on and done. Class of shirts. I've got an old England one. Okay. If Odegaard can turn up for the big important games, how can he even can't say. Man's cup captain seriously. We're gonna dig a cut fucking Odegaard now. So he didn't turn up against Manchester United then. 30 seconds after they scored, he didn't end up taking the game with a scruff and then scoring an equaliser for us then, and for the rest of that game trying to do his best to get us to get that win. He didn't do that, no. That's not a big game. The Manchester United's not a big game then, no. Man City. I was at that game when he got given the service. He was especially that second half. Second half more than first half. I'll grant you, but he won't get first for the majority of the first half. He won't get service as Ray as a twat. Um, but Man City didn't. So Man City didn't turn up in no, not because he didn't get a goal and assist. But he didn't. So he didn't turn up then in the instance. You've just said he doesn't turn up in big games. I've then pointed out he's in two incidents in two of the four games we played, the big games we played this season against the big guns in Man United and Man City. He turned up and put a performance in. Tottenham, just weren't his day. Today, didn't get the service, weren't his day. It happens to everyone. But you can't just change the goal. It's one thing though. Some people moving the goalpost. You come in with an argument. I've then debunked that argument by saying this, and now you're moving the goalpost and saying, "Well, come on, he isn't really a captain." Da 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 da. Oh, he does go missing in certain games. It's like when it matters. It's like, I mean, Bronco, you're a brave man mentioning South Africa to an Englishman right now. That's all I'm saying. You're a very brave man. Oh, when did last season at Man City when it really matters? Also, it's all on him, is it? Is he the only one that didn't turn up in the Man City away game? Because at home, Man City at home, he was doing he'd put a performance. Man City at home, he put a performance in. When the performance weren't as a collective didn't go our way because of mistakes from other players that led to the Man City winning. It was mistakes that led to their goal. Tommy Yasu's mistake, De Bruyne goal. The mistakes by defenders for the second and third goal in that game with Jack Grealish and Haaland scoring. Nothing on either guard. Aside from the three mistakes we made, he did turn up in that game. Away from home, granted, weren't the whole team didn't turn up for that game. Let's be brutally honest. In terms of Arsenal v Man City at the Etihad, who did turn up for us in an Arsenal shirt for us in that game? It's like they knew they were going to get chased. They're going to get overtaken at some point. They just gave up the ghost at that point. So you can't just put that on Odegaard. And that's how I was then debunked you by saying this season he has turned up against Manchester United. Literally seconds after going behind, he took the game by the scruff of the neck, led by example, scored a goal, bang, and kept going for the rest of the game. Then trying to get us over that, get us that them 3 points and over the line, etc. Right? Man City. What? Because he didn't get the goal assist, he doesn't turn up. When he got the I was at the game. I was there. When he got given the ball, he was doing his job. What we need of him to do. If others around him aren't doing it, what can he do? And today, yeah, again, doesn't get service. He does what he did. He didn't get the service. But missing. Got subbed off. Right, so players have that captain armband or no captain armband. Players go through them moments. De Bruyne has been through them moments. Even under Pep, he's been through them moments. He's had them odd game. He's had them games, big games as well. It happens. I hate this fan base sometimes. Like they're so quick to jump on players that after a couple of bad performances or they're not consistently week in week out. Bang, 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 bang. I mean, fucking back in the day, I've just debunked you saying he doesn't go missing by saying he doesn't go missing in big games because obviously Man United didn't go missing, Man City didn't go missing, Tottenham wasn't his best. It was involved, but it still wasn't his best. But it was there. Today he just wasn't. He wasn't getting the service. He wasn't his say today. It is what it is. Down at the team as well. He can only do so much. He can't. As I was about to say before you put that comment in. Literally, by the way, the game's on now. Brentford versus Burnley. And Bremo has scored a second for Burnley. Fucking Brentford, sorry. Burnley don't score. Burnley don't score goals in Burnley. Don't be stupid. Good finish though. Top. That was literally top bins, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, top bins. Well placed goal there. But going back to what I was saying before, I mean, if you go back all them years ago, the great teams that we've had in the years gone by, under Graham and the Wenger and all that, there's games where Vieira didn't play his best, but still just got through the game, and it is what it is. It had the odd clanger in a big game once in the blue moon. It happens. Dennis Bergkamp, fantastic player. Look, I've got him literally above us there. Love the player. He'd had the odd, even he had the odd bad game once in the blue moon. Players have bad games. Not everyone's. You got to remember, players are human beings. They're not superhuman fucking robots that just keep going. They're not fucking. Not everyone's like Haaland for fuck's sake. And even then, you talk about Haaland. Oh, let's have a go at Haaland then, because obviously he must go. He goes missing in big games. Haaland's gone missing in more big games for Man City than Odegaard has for Arsenal. But I don't see the criticism made at him, or because he's not club captain of Man City. So that's okay then. He scores against. Notice the times he scored against Arsenal last season, Saliba wasn't in the team. When Haaland faced Saliba, Saliba goes missing. Not Saliba, Haaland goes missing. Sorry. I'm not one that goes that's here after one or two bad performances calling out my captain or calling out any of my players. Raya, I'm calling out because it's a consistent thing. Where's your energy for Raya then? Just because Odegaard's captain, don't give you any right to then give him more criticism than someone who's constantly making mistakes. And it's not. It's mistakes that have been costing us now. I say he got away with it, but he didn't because he drew 2-2 against them. He made a big clanger against Tottenham. I mentioned it at the time, and I got slated for it. Him not pushing that ball out over for a corner instead of pushing it out back into play was the game changer in that game. And then after that, he looked suspect for the rest of that game. Every time pressure was put on him, he looked suspect. Time and time again. I mentioned that. Oh, he's only one off. He'll be fine. You all know about Ryan. Lons, we're 1-0 up, control the game. Raya makes a mistake that leads directly within seconds to Lons equalising, and then picking their fan picks their fans up. Their players feed off that, and they feel they've got a way back into this game now, and they can go on to win this. Or did they do? They go on to win it, but no one mentioned it apart from me. Even the media don't say a thing really. It is sort of is what it is. We move. Man City. I was behind that goal the entire first half. That we were defending in the first half. I was behind that goal. Every man, woman, and child was pulling their hair out for that first half. When with Raya, because he almost cost us a goal against Alvarez. Potential was already high with him, considering he's literally diving in the air like that for a corner, for a header, but he's diving away from the ball. The ball's going about to go, but Declan saves his ass. Having said though, his distribution was appalling that first half. But because Arteta, after all that, because he got the win, Arteta then kissed his ass and gave him public backing. Again, nothing said. Today, distribution, piss poor. His general play, piss poor. Cross shot or not, why the fuck's he off his line like that? Like seriously. For the penalty itself, for the players even approach the ball, already dive in one way to help the opponent put it in the other side of the goal. Where's your energy for Raya? Let's cut the bullshit now. You're coming after Odegaard because he's club captain. You've mentioned it already. But your energy's at the wrong place. Why is the energy Raya? Why is your energy not directed at Raya and Arteta? Arteta for causing his situation of bringing Raya in and making him number one the way he has done, and for Raya for these shit performances he's been putting in. Let's put it bluntly. Everton aside, and Bournemouth, and even Bournemouth, there was a couple of much shaking moments, but for the majority, I'll let him off. It is what it is. Them two games alone, that's it. Every other game he's played in, he has looked shit. The second an opponent puts pressure on him, he looks shit. But your energy isn't the wrong. Your energy is not towards him. Oh no! I must have a go at our captain because Lee Gunner does it, and that's okay. And I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it. In my opinion, my frustration, my anger is aimed at the right people. Arteta, for causing a situation that didn't need to be addressed or caused in the first place in terms of his goalkeeper situation, right? Raya for being shit, and he is shit. I don't care what these stats say. Oh, we've had more clean sheets since he's come in goal, not because of him, motherfuckers. The reason we're getting clean sheets is in spite of him, because he is so shit. Our defence has had to ban him out time and time again. It's down to our defence against certain opposition that we've got clean sheets. It was down to our defence that we got a clean sheet against Man City, not him. But no, we'll just rush over that because it's a shiny new toy. We need to suck it off a bit more. And because Ramsdale's he's not that shiny new toy anymore, and he's English. No. La, 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 la. I'm just sick of it. So my frustrations are aimed at the right people. Whereas clearly, certain other people in this fan base have a frustration and they want to take out on Odegaard because someone in Spain who run off to Spain goes, "Oh, Gibraltar, you pussy hole," every now and then, but then sucks him off and we get a win. Couldn't make up, could you? But you do. And then people see that and go, because he's got a big following, he must have a point. Instead of having a fucking thought of your own, it is fucking frustrating. Yes, he's the captain, but again, captain or no captain, he will have bad performances, like every other player will, for any club. It doesn't justify you jumping on his back. Even if we'd lost today, it wouldn't have been on him. It would have been on Arteta. It would have been on Raya. Period. But no. You just save your energy and divert it towards the wrong people instead of diverting it towards the right side of the argument. It just pisses me off how it's selective who you want to, but not just yourself, but how this fan base select who they want to go after. Start the season, that guy on fucking AFTV, I've got an agenda against Kai, no matter what. He could win us the Champions League, I've got an agenda, period. No matter what, I will not back him. There's people like that in this fan base that it gives us a bad name. The majority of this fan base are too selective of who they want to criticise and who they don't want to criticise. And as I said, because Ray's a shiny new toy, we don't want to criticise him just yet. We didn't lose today in the end, so you can't have a go at him. You can have a go at him because if he'd done his job and stayed in his line, that fluke of a goal doesn't happen. He stays in his line, the ball. Oh, guess what? He stays in his line, jumps up in the air, he catches the ball. But no. You keep having a go at Odegaard because he's the club captain. Oh dear. It just does my head in sometimes, and I've got to say how it is. I know I love you, Craig, but sometimes you say things, it does irritate in the sense of you're going after the wrong person or the wrong people. And in this instant, you're going after Odegaard, the club captain. Yes, he didn't have a good game today. I'm not saying he did at all. He had a meh game against Tottenham, but against United, he turned up. Man City, he turned up. Man City away last year, him and the entire team didn't turn up. It wasn't just him. The guy, all this, he's the club captain, Look at his goals and assists contribution last year on his own, individually. Not goals and assists alone last year. I think he was the highest in his position. Higher than De Bruyne, for fuck's sake. And De Bruyne went on to win the fucking treble. Goes to prove it's not just a one-man thing. It doesn't go just one man, but obviously it does help. when he's allowed, when he's getting the service and he's allowed to do what he does, he's a fantastic player. The amount of points he won us last year is going under the radar now because of what? Lee Gunner. Oh, way. This as well, I do agree with you on as well. I will agree with you on this. I'll give you this. I would have started Tomiyasu instead of Zinchenko today. Yeah. Personally, yeah. I've said it into this. I said it into the last stream as well. Personally, I think Tomiyasu needs to start on Tuesday. And then next, and going forward, play left back and play left back going forward. We need to sort of give Zinchenko a break now and ease him back in later on down the line against the Luton or something. Just ease him back in, or what, you know what I'm saying? Like Tomiyasu who's not a natural left back is more reliable, defensively and offensively. Fucking, what is Cook doing there, by the way? Just missed the was it weird Wolves versus Bournemouth, and as Wolves 1-2-1 in the end. But what was Cook doing? He goes up to a player, this little spat, goes up to him and goes to headbutt him. Nothing like into it, like that. He like proper head back and bang. Yeah, but I'm using it as an example. Like, yeah, Sausage really annoys me because he plays well week in, week out, never gets to start. Well, he does, but fucking Arteta always picks to start him in the wrong games. I.e., like, was it Man City? Man City at home the other week, starting him. I would have started Martinelli myself, and then brought Trossard on. Obviously, it worked out the other way around, but anyway, he's Arteta, for whatever reason, is starting him in the wrong games. That makes sense. Where it doesn't suit him personally. But yeah, Arteta's got to figure out eventually when to start him and when not to start him, for fuck's sake, against certain opposition and all at home and away. Jesus Christ, doing that shit. How lucky were they there? Jesus. Neto and Tony are needed in January. Then by CM in the summer. This is the thing. In terms of CM, I'll get into that in a sec. But Neto take all day long. Tony all day long. Take him all day long. Squad Neto for the squad depth in that position as well. Tony as a striker, I would make him. If we brought fucking Ivan Tony into January window. As far as I'm concerned, he'd be our first choice striker. Hit between him and Kai, and Jesus will get the European Champions League games starting and then come off and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? The rotation will be a lot better. Yeah, exactly. And how long ago that was? I literally just said that 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago, whatever. My rant. But the problem with our fan base is that the majority of the people listen to idiots in Spain or idiots on AFTV that sometimes don't know what they're talking about just because they're screaming and ranting and all that doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. Some of them do. Don't get me wrong. But there's some on there that are just there as a character, basically, just spout crap. But the majority of our fan base is like they pick arguments for in terms of, oh, we've got to dig out Havertz because he's the next Chelsea and da 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 da. And then when that novelty wears off, oh, Odegaard had a bad game today. Out of four games, in terms of this season, out of the 4 big games we've played so far this season against United, City, Spurs, or Chelsea, respectively, this has been his worst game out of the 4. So we've got to dig him out. And because he was a bit of mere against Tottenham, even though he turned up in the other two, against Manchester and Man City at home, so far this season, early on in his his early stages still in the season, but because he had a bad game, we're going to jump on him because he's a captain, not jump on the fact that Arteta's course Arteta hasn't told his goalkeeping coach to piss off and just do his job and coach the goalkeepers that Arteta wants. Because he didn't do that, we've ended up with this Raya Ramsdale situation, right? And even then, that wasn't good enough for the goalkeeping coach because then he started recommending, he's a better performer in training. And obviously, then with that, Arteta's took his fucking word and fucking clearly, Jesus Christ, in the big games, any game that he's had the opponent put pressure on him, he looks suspect as fuck. And he makes mistakes. He's made, as I said earlier, Raya's made more mistakes in the month and a bit that he's been our first choice goalkeeper now. In a month and a bit, he's made more mistakes in that time frame than Ramsdale has done ever in over 2 years. He was the number one. But again, the fan base ain't concentrating on it. They're not going. You know what? We need to talk about this a bit more and really ramp it home that how this isn't right. How is it push that, not an agenda, but push that narrative out there that something's not right here. A goalkeeper that was number one was dropped for no reason. He'd done nothing wrong to justify him being dropped in that moment. For a goalkeeper that the goalkeeping coach wanted all along from day one is somehow telling Arteta he's the better trainer, so he needs to be starting. But when it comes down to the games, the crux moments in the actual match itself, the goalkeeper that's been suggested to Mikel in David, he's making too many mistakes. He looks suspect. But again, no one else, it feels like, apart from me and anyone who watches this channel, what Gary earlier on, he's pretty much on my wavelength. Russ mentioned it against Bournemouth. Sam mentioned it in the chat earlier as well in the last stream. It's a select for my point. That's my point. It's a select few that are saying something's not right here. Raya's form is awful. He's making mistakes. He looks suspect. We're seeing nothing different to what we would do if, in terms of distribution, what he was meant to be brought in for and be better at. We're seeing nothing different to what we would see with Ramsdale. And as I say, I'm just sick of just being feel like the only one pushing that out there, basically, because everyone else is too scared because he's a shiny new toy. I keep saying it, but it's true, because he's a shiny new toy. No one wants to sort of push that out there because they're scared of being, oh no, we can't say that, because the stats say this, but the stats say that. Stats mean fuck all if it's costing us points, like it did tonight. But instead of saying that, you want to go after the person with the armband on today. Just because someone in Spain says he's crap, he's gone missing again. Yeah. Bring back all guns. Oh, God, give me strength, Jesus. No. I'd like to see if Robbie drops Turkish like he didn't know over Palestine support. Probably won't. That'd be stupid. No, exactly. No, everyone's going to talking about fucking Claude and Robbie and all that situation as well. Jesus Christ. Read this, everyone. Take this in. Read these words, soak it in, spread the word. Think about this. Russ says something that Brentford were so willing to let Raya go. They're so willing to let him go at any cost that they're happy So I'm just looking at the top of the league table, sorry. But they're so willing to let him go at any cost. They were happy to accommodate our situation in terms of a £3 million loan with an option to buy next year and extend his contract by 2 years to protect the obviously make sure they get something for him next year, and if it didn't work out, they're protecting their value in the player. But they weren't breaking their neck saying, "Oh, please don't go, please don't go." They they literally brought in his replacement. They were that happy to let him go at Brentford. They didn't mess about in terms of getting his replacement in before the window had even opened. They went to Germany, Freiburg, and brought his replacement in. He was I think he was their first signing of the window. That's how happy and willing they were to let him go. Because it's a shiny new toy at Arsenal, and Arteta apparently wanted him. He didn't, but still. Everyone sort of forgets, doesn't want to mention that. Unless you're on this channel, obviously. Every other channel doesn't want to mention that, it feels like. And if you do mention it on social media, you're English. You're having an argument, a dispute over English goalkeeper being dropped over Spanish goalkeeper. You're racist. No, I just want the best for my club, and how this has been dealt with is so wrong. And I'm sorry, he talks about, oh, he's ruthless and this, and Arteta's this and Arteta's that. Based on form, Raya should not be our number one now. Yes, we got out of jail tonight, but that wasn't because of him and his fantastic goalkeeping or whatever. It was in spite of him. We lost to Lens because of him. We was 1-0 up, in control of a game away in Europe. He fucked up. He cost us that game more than anyone else. Man City, he could have cost us that game. Again, I keep saying it, luck more than anything. He didn't. We got a clean sheet that game, just in spite of the prick. I'm not passionate about this now. I'm calling the guy a prick. Yeah, I guarantee you, even though his form is that poor, his distribution is that poor, his performances are that poor. I guarantee you, I will find an interview between now and Tuesday where Arteta's singing these praises, and Arteta finds a way to justify starting him on Tuesday and again on Saturday. So, question 1: who is Arsenal's goalkeeping coach? I've never heard of him, but top gooners will. Honestly, is the old? I don't know. It was on the screen earlier, but I can't think of fucking name. Fucking hell! All right, if you bear with me, I can find out actually. You bear with me. But basically, to summarise what I'm looking, he was the goalkeeping coach at Brentford, where Vale previously was, until Arteta came to Arsenal. And then he obviously, when Arteta came in at Arsenal, he was on part of his coaching setup, original coaching setup, and part of his coaching setup, and basically, from the get go, was like, come get, oh, thank you, but this is the goalkeeper I will suggest. Leno's not good enough. I'll go and get Raya. And at the time, Leno was, as we all know, went for Raya. They didn't want to sell at the time. I've said it again and again and again. Watched Brentford for the next few games on Sky and all that, and he was shit. He made mistakes like he's making now. That led to goals that cost these team points. Oh, And what? That was what, 5, oh, sorry, 6, 7 years? No, not 6, 7. Fucking hell. This was what, 4.5 years ago? 4 years, sorry, 4 years ago, sorry. And we're 4 years down the line, and he's now at Arsenal eventually. Loan or not, he's here. And guess what? He's making mistakes that lead into goals that's costing us points, either in the league or in Europe. Right, Arsenal. I'm just Googling it now. Here we go. It's called. This is on Wikipedia. You can look at it now. Since December 2019. So yeah, literally, he was literally part of the setup when Arteta first came along, nearly 4 years ago. Right, Ianake Kana Pavon. I'll try and get an image of him if I can. Let's have a look. Okay, I need that in my fucking old me and after epilepsy and all that. Jesus Christ. This guy? Yeah, but I can't show that because obviously all the fucking trademark crap on it. Oh, where is he? Where is he? I could use that, but oh, there we go. No, I can't use that. Oh, where's that fucking image? I need to find the image now. The him? No, that's the previous one. This is not flashing my epilepsy. It's not really do. No, neither. Don't fucking turn this off. Sorry. Fuck off. I mean, Portuguese bullshit. Fuck me, my eyes. Right. Fucking Mark Poon used to be our goalkeeping coach years ago. Jesus Christ, how that ever worked, I don't know. See, yeah, I'm just trying to find a decent image of the guy. Fuck's sake. Yeah, Mr. Tom does have a channel, and he's a Leeds. He's got two channels actually. He's got a Leeds channel because obviously he's a Leeds fan, as you can tell, and he's got a wrestling channel which will be going live very soon actually. So again? Just remind me, Tom, if you're still in the chat, what time do you go live? I don't want to overlap and all that. He's never sold any Martinez, in my opinion. We should not in the moment. We shouldn't have done no. But Arteta fell on that sword. It backfired, and he realised it backfired. But after realising he fucked up there, the following year he in his opinion rectified it by bringing Ramsdale, made him the number one. In that moment as well, rightly so, and Ramsdale didn't look back. They get to a point where if they're being brutally honest about things up, the goalkeeping, even with Turner going, all we had to go and do is go and bring in a decent somewhat decent goalkeeper, a decent number two. That's all we had to do. We didn't have to go and get Raya. Bringing in another number one was never in any way or the stretch of the imagination a top priority this window just gone, or priority in general. Let alone a top priority. There's other areas of our team we needed to address, Turner leaving or not. But no, he bent the knee. He went over to Brentford and went, I want David. I want him now. Arsenal said, we can't buy him, we can loan you. We can loan him, no, but with an option to buy, Yeah, sure, why not? And as I say, the only games he's looked comfortable in, Everton, Bournemouth away, and PSV at home in the first because he had nothing to do. When he has nothing to do, everyone thinks he's playing, oh, he looks da-da-da-da. When he's actually made to work. He's looked suspect every time. He looks shocking every time. He looks out of his depth, for fuck's sake. Just seen Stefan's comment. Apologise. Ramsey did say it was last season, but he also cost us. It cost us a couple games at the end of the season. Yes, couple. Literally, the Southampton game. Yeah, I think there was another game. There wasn't there? I'm trying to think now. I think my mind's gone blank because I'm just in this infinite rant mode. But my point is, yeah, he had a couple bad games last season. Over the course of the amount of games he played last year, he had a couple off moments to his standards. But for the majority, he was fantastic for us. But everyone's forgot that because they've got, again, shiny new toy. Look at this. Ooh, Spanish shiny new toy. Ooh. And yeah, as I say, I've said from the get go, from the moment he was dropped, Ray was brought in to be a starter over Ramsdale. I've not agreed with it, and I've been proven to be justified in my judgment of the situation. Because Raya, I keep saying it, when he's been put on him, and the opponent puts a test to him, he fails every time. He looks suspect every time. PX says City didn't start Edison, but nobody said jack shit about it. It's an agenda to disrupt Arsenal, all this circus. Yeah, just is. Yeah, as I say, as soon as I saw he was dropped today in terms of Edison, I knew that he won't get the attention that we get for Ramsdale and Raya. But Raya's not helping the situation by being so crap at the moment, and let's be brutally honest, he is being crap. He's cost us 3 points against Lens away by his mistake that led him back into the game. He cost us today in terms of that goal. If he stays on his line, he catches the ball instead of being lobbed and rolling back the years to David Seaman's time near the end of his career. That's the difference. David Seaman was getting lobbed at the back end of his career when he was 38, whatever it was. I can't remember how old he was when he was coming to the end of his time at Arsenal. 36, 37 mark when he started getting lobbed and all that, right? David Raya's getting lobbed and he's 28. Let that one sink in. The first time tonight was in an Arsenal shirt. He's been lobbed before. He's very incident prone and not in a good way. The sooner people go back and look and realise all this, the better. When Ryan was born, they christened him I hereby name this child Mr. Arsenal podcast. Jesus Christ. Oh dear, we're ahead of our time, were we, back in 89? So that's 90, yeah? Okay, cool. But you know what, with that, on that note, I'm going to go off and get some sleep and respite because it's been a long day with Arsenal versus Chelsea, and then the Rugby World Cup's really fine with disappointment in the end. It could have been a high, but ended up being disappointing because Sinclair comes on and the referee jumps on that and just punishes us basically for any and everything, and then wanted to make sure South Africa got through, and they did, and yeah. And then I've had to relive that Arsenal game in order in this, and then I've been forcibly put into a rant over the fucking Arsenal situation, and yeah. But we will be back. I will be back tomorrow for the WSL watch-along between Bristol City and Arsenal. It's 6:15. We'll be going live, and then half hour later from that, so 6:45, the game will kick off there for that one. Yeah, apart from that, hope you all have had a good day today, and obviously a good afternoon or morning or evening wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you later. And until next time, as always, 1 second. Up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.